Before my co-host welcomes our illustrious premier, and I say that with bated breath because he's dressed in red and blue, but nevertheless, I want to share with you a brief story. From 1970 to 1975, I attended Salters Grammar School. And one of the features of attending Salters Grammar School was the annual Founders Day. And at the Founders Day, the school team always played the Earl Boys. So in 1973, while I was playing, I just so happened to score 50. So I became somewhat of a cult hero at Salters. In your mind. And in 1974, as I was walking through the hallowed halls of Salters Grammar, one of the younger members of my fraternity happened to be walking behind me and tapped me on the shoulder. So when I turned around, I saw this wiry lad. And he said, Richardson, because there you don't call you by your first name, they call you by your last name. So he said, Richardson. I said, yes. Listen, you know, I've been an admirer of you and your cricket and your sporting abilities. I personally don't have a lot of sports ability, but I really love the way you play. So would it be possible next week if I could carry your bat and your pads to the Old Boys game? So I said, but of course. But I tell you what, before you do that, because I knew his background, I knew his pedigree, I said, look, I tell you what, before I allow you to do that, can you promise to bring me chocolate milk for a week? I would do it for 2 weeks. Anyway, I'll leave that person and that name alone, okay?
Well, thank you.
And Dr. Beans can verify that story. He was a soldier's boy.
Well, once again, welcome everyone. Premier, the Honorable Michael H. Dunkley, JPMP, and also Minister of National Security. Mrs. Dunkley, good afternoon. And of course, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and the players, the team, St. George's and Somerset. Well, with that being said, I'd like for the Premier, who's Premier does call us. You know, I'm sorry, blue and blue is smooth. But with all being said, would you kindly come to the podium, sir, and you're welcome.
Good evening. I have a little bit of unfinished business to deal with. It's true, Alan and I were classmates, but in time, and especially if you don't drink milk, you lose your memory. Alan was a good cricketer. I was a wicketkeeper on that team, and the reason why he was a good batsman is because he started out doing spin bowling, and I quickly told him, I can't be behind the stumps with that stuff coming down. It is a pleasure to be here at what I consider to be the best time of year, tied with Christmas, Cup match. I've been a big supporter of cricket and sports all my life, and Cup match certainly has a special excitement in the air. And even though I wear my colors on my sleeve and on my head at all times, I'm a great supporter of what the game means to the island, and I have all the respect for St. George's and what you will try to do this week and Thursday and Friday. When I was younger, growing up, when you had Calvin Bumby Simons and Clarence Parford and that team, we struggled quite a lot. But now, the team on my right looks very strong, very committed. And St. George's picked a good team this year, so I think we're going to have a good game. So I'm excited to have the opportunity to welcome you here tonight and to thank the Cabinet Office Protocol team for putting on a wonderful occasion. You know, as we go through life, and certainly in Bermuda, it's no easy road, there's no picnic. There's a lot of challenges we have to deal with. But one of the things that has always brought us together is our pastimes and sports. And as the great Jim Woolridge always told me, that cricket is a great equalizer. It raises fantastic young men and brings people together throughout the community. So on Thursday and Friday this week, I will spend pretty much all the daylight hours at the Somerset Cricket Club, not only supporting the cricket, but having the opportunity to mingle with brothers and sisters from all over Bermuda, and look forward to you guys having some great entertainment on the field. And no matter what the result is on Friday night, I think Bermuda will be a better place because of the game of cricket and what the clubs Somerset and St. George's have put on the field. You guys lead by example. You're all fine young men, and so I look forward for the opportunity to spend 2 relaxing days up there. And just before I turn it back to Madam Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Richardson, you can take your seat. You've said enough. I want to congratulate the club presidents for everything that you two have done over the past couple of years in your leadership. I had the opportunity to go to Somerset early yesterday, and the club looks fantastic. The field looks fantastic. On the drive up to Somerset, I must have seen 200 Somerset banners and one lone St. George's flag just opposite Coral Beach. I think we need to move that resident further east. But without your leadership, I don't think many people realize the work that goes into cup match and what's involved, the planning and preparation. So congratulations, Mr. Mabry, to you and everyone at Somerset for putting on a great show. I know it's going to be great up there. And to Mr. Painter and your team at St. George's, thank you for keeping the tradition of cup match live and well and kicking. And I look forward to a great 2 days of cricket. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Premier. Thank you very much. Right now, I'd like to call on President of the Somerset Cricket Club, Mr. Alfred Mabry, to come and give a speech, please.
He looks like he's shy.
Yeah, we can understand, can't we? Yes.
I was having a discussion with my players. Good evening, everybody. And thank you again for this evening. Protocol already being established. It's good to be here. You ready, Lionel? Okay, don't blame the wicket this year again. And you already started the rain dance too early, so we got that this weekend. So you ain't got to worry about it for next weekend. Right, it's good to be here. We're already at Somerset. You will see this year that we made some changes. We had a lot of feedback in previous years about I can't see the school board and all that sort of stuff. So when you come to Somerset this year, I don't care where you sit, you will not have that excuse that you can't see the school board. Because I want to make sure everybody sees the score. Right, Lionel?
I'm going to light it up so that they can see it.
They're listening, you know. Okay. Okay. Well, this year I don't have much to say. I think I'm leaving it all to the players to say it all on the field. In my note in the journal, I simply indicated that I want us to play hard, play fair, and make sure that you leave it all on the field. And when we come off, irrespective of the winner, although I know who that's going to be, because the trophy is buffed up nicely, only so that Lionel can see himself in it as we pass it by him back to Jacon. That's my friend. That's why I call his name, because that's my friend. So this year, expect a great game. And as we go, I know that the team that Somerset has picked will represent us well. I congratulate St. George's on their team. We welcome you to Somerset. And just as yesterday, you left empty-handed, on Friday, expect to leave empty-handed. The trophy will stay in the West. So Thank you very much. And we got to fix this because I just want you all to know that Somerset are the champions. And we shouldn't be speaking first. Because Niels can come up here and say you saved the best for last. But that's okay. I don't mind getting first. Don't mind getting first. But we're going to make it happen. To my team, well, I don't have to say anything to them. They told me what the deal's going to be. So we're ready to roll.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Well said, I must admit. In any case, at this point in time, we'd like to bring on Mr. Neil Painter. And of course, he's the president of the St. George's Club. St. George's Cricket Club. Get it straight. Absolutely, sir. We will have a speech now, really.
Good evening, everyone. Yeah, it's one thing, Alfred, you were right. They did save the best for last, but I'm not going to say too much, but Mr. Premier, I wouldn't expect you to dress any other way. Because when it comes to cup match, if you don't draw a line, then you need to go somewhere else. You need to be either for Somerset or St. George's. And if you're not for any one of those, then you need not be on this island at this particular time. And there's no disrespect to our visitors that come in, because they have to pick someone as well. Hopefully St. George's as they come through St. George's, unless they're arriving on a cruise ship in the West, then they can be for Somerset. But what I want to say, because I think it's truly about the players right now, is that all of us in Bermuda have to be reminded that what cup match is about. It's not about this cricket game. It's about the emancipation of slavery and the struggles that our people went through throughout the years. And we've come to this point, irregardless of our ethnic background, our color, persuasion, or whatever. We are one in Bermuda. And we have to rejoice at that, appreciate it, go to the match, have a great time, support your team, but at the end of the day, do not forget what this is about. This is uniquely Bermudian, irregardless of your color. This is uniquely Bermudian, and we need to applaud that right now, please. To the players of Somerset, I wish you good luck in not getting injured. To St. George's, there's been talk about our team. We're not going to do any talking. I expect you guys, nothing less than to do your best to represent St. George's Cricket Club, as I expect the same for Somerset. So on that day, we wish all you guys the best. I want you to represent your clubs, because understand that you are now on the world stage. You are representing Bermuda while you're out there, irregardless of what club you're playing for. We're on the world stage. People are watching us for 2 days, something that is uniquely Bermudian. Please understand that. Mr. Premier and everyone else, let's have a happy cup match, and thank you very much.
He must be running for politics. I understand that the Premier has sent out an SOS to special brands and the Commissioner of Police, and the Colonel of the regiment, the Fire Marshal, because apparently his office was, I'm sad to say, was vandalized today. When he went to his office, it was decorated in nothing but blue, dark blue, and light blue. So he sent out an SOS. He has to be the most harassed premier ever. Nothing but light blue and dark blue has been, even the Candace, even the Candace. But I'm going to ask the St. George's team to come forward, the challengers, to receive a presentation from the premier. Don't all come at once, you know, take your time. Don't race.
Seven. Two view.
Back rear.
Right here on this one with the sun right here.
Okay. At the end. Okay. Before the champions come forward, I want to remind both teams that after the presentation, the premier would like to get a picture just to the back of us over here. The photographer will line you up, so please make sure you get your picture with the premier afterwards. We're going to call now, Mr. Maybe was correct, the champions always come last, the champions, Somerset Cricket Club, to come forward and receive their presentations. And I think there are some cufflinks of cricket ball as well as some cricket bats. And, okay,
Evening, everyone. My players, they wanted to be called individually. Start off, Vice Captain Malachi Jones. Battalion 3. Chris Douglas. Trey Mandos. Deontay Darrell. Greg Mabry. Jordan De Silva. Dak Bringman. Kirby Robinson. Gennaro Taka. Our reserves, Justin Corday. Justin Donowa. And Kamal Bashir. Thank you. Say a few words. Well, I've been invited to say a few words. Evening, everyone. First of all, I'd like to thank the Cabinet Office for putting on such an excellent event like what they do every year. It gives us players a chance to mix and mingle with politicians and former players who otherwise we might not get a chance to mingle with unless they were canvassing in our neighborhood. So thank you for that opportunity. I'd like to thank the President and the Cricket Committee for instilling faith in me to lead once again this year. Hopefully, Premier, last year I had a little up and down with Mr. Cannonair, if you want to call it that, and his St. George is through and through. Now we have Mr. Dunkley, our Premier this year, and he's actually our sponsor. And the last time the Premier was for Somerset, we won in 2012, Miss Paula Cox. So hopefully that continues in that same vein. To St. George's team, you guys picked a wonderful team, mixed with youth and experience. It promises to be an excellent game. I encourage everyone to come up to Somerset Cricket Club. The atmosphere is going to be excellent. We have the scaffold and done up, the wickets done, prepared, field looks excellent. So I encourage everyone to come up, enjoy the 2 days. It promises to be 2 days of tough cricket, played with good sportsmanship, and that's it. Thank you.
We heard from the skipper from St. George's, Arundel Bascom.
Good evening, Mr. Premier, honorable guests, players past and present, and fans of Cup Match. We down St. George's are really excited about this year, this Cup Match year, 2014. I believe we picked an excellent team. Like Jacan said, we have a lot of experience along with a lot of youth and hunger to win this cup back. I've been up Somerset, and I believe that you guys have done a great job preparing the field and also preparing the cup for us to take back. It looks really good. To my coach, to my players, especially my coach, this is a very prestigious event that you all are part of, and I just hope you all go out and just leave it all out in the field and just do your best. Thank you very much.
Well spoken, young man. As I look around into the audience, I see some of the cricketers of yesteryear, and I've had the privilege of playing with and against some of the best that Bermuda's ever produced. And at this particular time, I would like to invite one or two, or if not all of them, to come forward. I think the photographer would like a picture, so I'm looking at Adrian King, I'm looking at Levrock, Sluggo. You guys come forward. John Tucker, Joe Bailey, Charlie Marshall, Ricky Hill. Put the drink down, Ricky. Come on, guys. Erlen Jones, I see you there. The Premier's asked me for you guys to come forward. Oh, look, now they move. Look at this. Now they move. Jeff, Mark. Come on, Jeff, my old roommate. Come on. There's Porky. Oh, it's hiding, Gary. And don't go to the back. Stay out in the front. There you go. Herbie? Where's Herbie? I've been trying to get Herbie to get a haircut for 16 years. Come on, Herbie. Get in here. I thought I could get him once he joined the Bermuda Masters. That's the old boys, but here's Clay. That's his stuff. Here you go, guys. Surely we haven't missed anyone. Ladies and gentlemen, these young and not so young fellas. Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. Come on, Brian. Young fella. Yeah. You know, this really amazes me. I know he's intimidated by all these stars, right? But you know, I've had the awesome privilege to play with and against, as I said previously, some of the very best Bermuda has produced. And I can almost assure you, and as I look out in the crowd, I see some of you grinning and smiling. You remember these guys, and these are legends. These are the ones that have paved the way for the youngsters coming up today. And I certainly wanted them to come forward and let everyone have a good look at them, because these are the guys that have set the example, they've set the pace, and they've made some of you cry, they've made some of you smile, and so forth and so on. But these are the ex-Cup match players of yesteryear. I want to give them a warm round of applause. Craig Cannoneer could only dream of being in company like this. He tried to play dance today, but he couldn't make it, guys. Thanks, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. The Premier would like to get a picture with the players. So, Mr. Premier, when you finish...